down for just a bit of time. North Penn did not convert on fourth down.
I didn't say anything important anyway, Bob.
Gavin Sidwar in the shotgun. Here comes Ortiz in motion. Stevie Davis in the backfield. And the give is to Stevie Davis. He's got a lot of room to run. And Stevie Davis is gone.
Wow.
Stevie Davis will take it 73 yards for 6.
You got tiny Stevie Davis, and you give him a hole that you can drive a Mack truck through. And then he makes a nice whoop move for the touchdown. That was just amazing.
Stevie Davis, may as well call him Speedy Davis right there. All the way to the house right there. Like you said, that hole was massive there. Just came in and attacked it. Tremendous play.
Yeah, well done. They had trips on the far side there, kind of spread that defense far, and great blocking by that offensive line. Very well-designed play.
I love watching Stevie run. He's like a sneaky player. You know, you just give him a little bit of space. I mean, in that case, it was a lot of bit of space, but you just give him anything to run through, and it's straight through.
Heck, got
Easy
it.
6 points.
Easy 7 this time.
Yeah, exactly.
34-0. And you talked about building confidence, getting Julian McFadden out there, fielding another punt. Same idea there with Heck.
Yeah.
See it through the uprights.
Yeah, I like that. This is the good opportunity. It's, you know, it's different than doing it out on the practice field. This is, you know, game situation under the lights. You know, hundreds, thousands of eyes watching you. You got to, you know, get those reps.
34-0, and, well, LaSalle is parting the Red Sea over there with that student section. The
Just
sea
like that
is,
offensive line part of the Red Sea there.
They sure did.
The White Sea, wow.
And the sea of North Penn fans, unfortunately, starting to thin out here. Late on a Friday night, 34-0. Some folks have seen enough.
I love that move from Stevie Davis. Looked like it was going to be a 15-yard gain, and he just shoves the guy past him and says, see you later.
How about Kevin Dunphy checking in? Our buddy from Dunphy Ford. You heard from him at halftime a couple of times. His great dealership in Mayfair, 7700 Frankfurt Avenue. He checks in and says, great game from this LaSalle Explorer team. Chanel Williams, go Jules, go Gav, go Joey. Triple threat there on that LaSalle offense. 3 playmakers. First down and 10 from the North Penn Knights. And again, if you want to get involved, give us a shout on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow us and subscribe. That is the best way to do it. You'll get notified when we go live. You can also find all of our broadcasts on LaSalle, their website. That's lschs.org/WEXP-TV. You'll find the schedule for all of our upcoming telecasts. Thanks to Rob Johnson for doing a great job with that website and with all the LaSalle athletics programs. In fact, Brady Joyce stands to my left. I saw that the soccer team had their first scrimmage down at Lower Bartley. That Lower Bartley field looks fantastic, and they do have a live cam. Won't unfortunately have us, although we should do that at some point this year. Go call a soccer game.
I'm ready for that.
But you can watch every game from wherever you may be, like Sarasota, Florida, like our buddy Bob, or we've had people from all over the place. Avalon. I've had folks from Hawaii and overseas in the past.
We're a global broadcast, Bob.
We do our best. So a timeout on the field, an injured Knight. We'll see if he can get up, and wonderful training staff taking care of him. We'll tell you quickly about Next Play Basketball. It is an AAU basketball organization run by Matt Paul, and they've done a great job taking a lot of very talented LaSalle basketball players and giving them great opportunities to get better in the offseason. As you all probably know, we broadcast just about every LaSalle basketball game as well. Danny, I know you can't wait for that. Coaching staff has turned over there as well. A lot, kind of like we talked about with some of the coordinators here in football. There's just a lot of energy around that program right now. Catholic League is always tough, but big ups for Ryan Ansel, first-year head coach over there at LaSalle. Excited to see what he does. And Want to thank Next Play Basketball and Matt Paul for their support of us here at Bob Long Sports.
Of course, Bob, well, always something to look forward to here.
This is tough. Tough to see the number, but Amir Major was the one that went down. And Major, slow to get off the field. He's really been the offense so far here, Tyler.
Yeah, it's good to see him walk off on his own power there.
Something you never want to see.
5 minutes, 31 seconds to play here in the third quarter. They got back.
Yeah.
Did not make contact. 2nd down and 7. Handoff, and LaSalle is all over it.
You got a long injury timeout, and then you just bring the house on the blitz. I like that. Maybe a little slow after, sitting there for 2-3 minutes, but, coaching staff says no.
First look for C.J. Scruggs at the running back position. He's played just about every down defensively at corner. Actually had a great breakup on the second drive of the game for LaSalle against Joey O'Brien in the end zone. And now Scruggs joins Buxer in the backfield. Shotgun with 4 wideouts. 3rd down and 6. Buxer takes off, flips it forward, and is hit. Nowhere to go. Didn't get close to the first down marker. Big time play.
There were 2 nights crushed on that play. Wow, just great tackling. Heads up defense there.
Yeah, tremendous tackle right there by number 43, Cooper Heilig. Just getting right in there and driving him back.
Getting a lot of sophomores involved. You like to see that.
Yeah, in a game like this, I mean, any time you can get the younger guys reps and then have them perform just like we saw right there, that's a great indication of a cohesive program.
Yeah. Listen, Heilig, 5th on the depth chart at linebacker. He's going to get a lot of run, particularly with how much they want to rush the passer. They get fresh bodies in and out. Heilig, a big part of things, and McHugh almost got there. Julian McFadden pulls it in. He waved for the fair catch. And another look at Gavin Sidwar and this LaSalle offense. It was a coming out party for him last year in this contest. Rest of the year didn't quite go as planned for a couple of reasons, but Sidwar looks really good. And you have to feel a lot of momentum with this offensive scheme heading into Ocean City next weekend against Malvern Prep.
Yeah, of course. Well, Sidwar making a statement early, and I really love that. Just setting the tone for the Explorers for the rest of this game. And, hopefully you can have that continue through the rest of this one and then into next week, like you said, Bob, where you play a tremendous Interact team, competing for the likes of the title there. I'm excited for that one.
It's another jet sweep for Jimmy Dolan, and that really has not worked quite as well as LaSalle might like. Well sniffed out by that defensive line. Tackle made on the play by Eden Qualat.
However, one thing about this Explorers offense that I've liked throughout this game is, when they're pinned back like this on one of those failed jet sweeps or a failed inside run, they do a great job of bouncing back, whether that be with a short little slant pass or a little quick out route. They do a tremendous job of gaining back the yards they lost.
Sidwar, and he's just going to take the sack, avoid the hit. Well done. You're up 34-0. Don't get crunched.
Yeah, also a smart play. No need to be doing that. No need to be sacrificing yourself for something like that. Just a good idea to fall down.
It'll be 3rd down and quite a long way. They need to get all the way out to the 33-yard line for a first.
Sidwar has shown that he has the arm for this. I'd be interested if they just run it, mitigate any risk and get the punt off, but.
Sidwar, they'll throw the screen. Here comes Stevie Davis. Takes off, and he's not going to get there. Good play call on 3rd and long. They got back to the original sticks, 4th down.
Yeah, well-designed play, good execution. The linemen got where they needed to on that pull and made a nice block for Stevie. Got like 15 yards there, so a little bit better field position. Hopefully Heck's able to get up a bit of a longer punt this time. I know he's had a bit of trouble early on with the punts.
Heck will punt this one away. And he barely got it off. This should take a good LaSalle hop. Oh, and it hit the North Penn player. Nice job to get on top of it.
John McSorley almost pouncing on top of that right there. Could have been LaSalle ball again with the deflection off the North Penn player. However, that'll be a night ball with, as well, really good field position.
I believe Lucas Johnson hurt his ankle pretty bad on that last set, so I believe they have another back in for him right now. Looks like maybe number 48, Robert Riley.
Yeah, Riley's played on the defensive line at times here today.
Could be wrong.
Also, Terrence Hellier is in there, number 37. That might have been the one replacing. And great to see Amir Major back out there on the field. Was dusted up the last time out. Gain of 3. 1 minute and 23 seconds to play. It's 34-0 LaSalle.
Bob, running clock is 35 points.
That is correct.
Yeah, LaSalle definitely working in a lot of juniors and sophomores into the mix right now. We just saw Kevin Ring come in as well as Chris Chester on that outside defensive back position, as well as Terrence Hellier here. We can see him closer to our side.
There's the toss sweep. Really good run to the second level. Hellier has to make the play. All the way down deep inside the 25. Good job by Harris. Owen Harris, the sophomore.
Yeah, well, great call there, pushing at the outside. Typically wouldn't expect that on the short side of the field there, but it worked out well for the Knights.
Knights in no hurry, but they do need to snap it before the end of the quarter. About a 10-second differential between the game and play clock. I formation. 4 down linemen for LaSalle. And a mishandled snap. Ball is loose. Who's going to come up with it?
What happened?
LaSalle thinks they have it. With 5 seconds left, what do we have here? Officials have not made a call.
It was snapped and never got into the quarterback's hand, it seemed.
A flag on the play comes in at the end of it. And it's a false start, so it's a dead ball penalty. The fumble never happened.
Something seemed off there. It didn't seem like just a mishandled snap. Yeah. Guess it's a little too late to go back to the instant replay for that one.
Alas, it is. 1st and 15, and we will do that on the other side. That's the end of the third quarter. It is 34-0 LaSalle in control. Stay with us.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-even.
Welcome back, folks. Fourth quarter underway. Band unaware here on the North Penn side. They are playing through it. Amir Major with the carry, lost 1 yard. They do sound good, though, do they not?
They do.
That's a good-looking band. By the way, Drew Ansel checks in, says hello, and says, hey, was that the old false start? Everybody but the center.
It was weird, though, because the ball was
snapped,
so I don't know. Also interesting, I just noted that the student sections of LaSalle are wearing red and North Penn is wearing blue, or at least the band is.
That's right. That's how we did our score bug today. Big hit there. Released the football. And Luthi once again.
Luthi's a bit of a problem. He is all over the field. Problem in the best way possible is what I'm implying there.
Exactly. You need some problem makers like that on your defense. They're just able to disrupt the quarterback, get into his head, and, just kind of rattle him in a sense.
Yeah.
It's a John Steinmetz-led defense. Joe Leitner, defensive coordinator as well. Those guys mix it up, and two great defensive minds. But John Steinmetz was talking about the depth of this linebacker core, that all five guys are going to get looks. Luthi, arguably the most impressive here today. Third down and long. Takes the straight drop. Steps up. Eludes one tackle and will be taken down.
The old jump on his back sack. Or I guess it wasn't a sack. It looks like it was for a gain. But.
Yep, Keenan Stahl, number 85, gets a tackle. Gain of about 4.
It was an interesting tackling method. I liked it. Just bring him down with your weight.
Mike Martino says hello, former LaSalle football player. Stevie Davis, automatic. Joan Campbell cheering LaSalle from Long Island, New York with Nana Campbell. Now this is a 44-yard field goal for Ryan Bachlet. Good snap and hold. Bachlet has plenty of leg, and it is right down the middle. North Penn is on the board. That's a big-time high school kicker.
Yeah,
it is.
44 yards. Jeez.
Pre-game, we saw him drilling 45-plus yarders right there. It seemed as if that was a piece of cake for him. That's well within his range. Got that one with authority.
Salle will get the football back. But, man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, they're on the board. It had an opportunity and they took it. I respect that. I was wondering what their next step was going to be. I figured they would go for it, but I didn't really know that field goal was even an option there.
Yeah, absolutely. This portion of today's game brought to you by CJO Design and Construction. You can visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com for any projects you have upcoming. Maybe you want a hardscape or put on a deck, maybe a new addition on the back end of your house, or maybe it's just that time to put down the mulch, do a new project in the backyard, whatever it might be. Reach out to Chad Ormond. Chad Ormond does a great job with the LaSalle football program, and he's just up top right now handling the video coordination. But come Monday morning, he'll be doing great work for his clients at their homes and businesses. So visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com. All right, let's see the leg here, Ryan Bachlet. 44, no problem, and this one will cascade its way into the end zone.
He almost reached the uprights there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Almost 2 for 2 in consecutive fashion.
What a boot.
Now this portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. It's run by Chris Marr, good friend of ours here on the program. Chris Marr does a great job for his clients on the property and casualty side. He can help you through what's the best coverage, get you the best rates, and you know that you'll have the best service. You can call them or visit them online at eandminsurance.com. That's where you can find all the information of our good friends over there at E&M Insurance.
Looks like we got a substitute in at quarterback. Sean Long.
I'm a big fan of that guy. No relation, but you know he's an athlete. Sean Long, the sophomore. handed that one off to Azir Nelson, the freshman. We weren't sure if we would see Azir Nelson, but folks are really excited about him. Cole Kozlowski. Boy, this is the time of former players checking in with us here. Timmy Smith, Ryan Sorge, Mike checks in. That could be any of the Mikes over all the many years at LaSalle football. We're going to assume that that's the case.
It's good to see all those guys tuning in.
Exactly, especially for a game like this. Does not disappoint.
9:48 and ticking. Long in the shotgun. They fake the give. Here's Nelson. Up the middle, hit. And those legs just keep on churning, won't go down. He got very close to the first down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Nelson, a workhorse right there. Absorbs the contact and just keeps going completely unfazed.
Drumline, here we go. Yes, sir.
All right.
Very talented.
So we talked about it in the 3rd quarter that we might see some of these reserves getting time. Long, one of them, Nelson, tried to pick up the block. Good throw to the outside and just wasn't quite looking for it. It was intended for number 87, Charlie Pickett. 4th down and 2.
Another opportunity for Heck.
Yeah, we've seen Heck get really good hang time on those punts. Let's see if we can drive one down the field a bit. How good is it that high school football is back here, guys?
This is awesome.
Been waiting for this for weeks. And you can tell that these LaSalle guys have not been waiting for anything. They have been working hard, and it shows. Another one, a high punt. Just didn't go very far. And it's touched at the 40-yard line.
Maybe let that one roll out a bit.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, there's a lot to work with there. He is getting good wood on it every time he puts his foot to the leather.
Yeah.
Just kind of going too high, right? I mean, that's, hey, you get to practice.
Flop shot, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a flop shot. Tyler, you find yourself short-sighted on the golf course quite often, you know?
Yeah, I find myself thinning it across the green whenever I try it. But.
That's true. I make sure to stand behind you when that happens. I don't want to be anywhere, certainly not right of where you're aiming.
There's an art to the flop shot.
What's that S word? You know that well, right? That's shank, by the way. Nowhere to go. Very fortunate to hold on to that football. It's a combined sack.
They're so pumped for each other, too.
They sure are. Keenan Stahl got in there on it, as did number 93, Chris Picarillo.
Yeah, good kind of team tackle there. Kind of forced that Bruxer. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Picarillo now picking up football again. Played as a freshman, took a little bit of break. You know, I am a teammate with him on the rugby field. Great guy and a tremendous athlete right there, just showcasing it.
See that? Like Danny plays like rugby and stuff, and I know you played that in college. Here we are, we're talking about golf, Tyler. You know, our days of contact sports are just about over.
We should do another rugby game this year, Bob.
We should do a rugby game, and when I say do, I'll stand up here and watch it happen. I mean, you guys are tougher than I am. That's for
We've
sure.
had some fun in the booth,
I know.
commentating those rugby games.
Matt Derrick, man.
Maybe a little too much fun for the first time around, but last time was very educational.
No doubt.
We had some help from our friend Ray, though.
$7:29 to play. 4th quarter action. 3rd down and 20. They need the 30 for a first down. Lot of rush. And they throw the screen. Great one-handed catch by Amir Major. A good block. And he got 1 yard short. No doubt they're going to go for it on 4th down. Really good play by North Penn.
Glad to see Major running with a full head of steam there, too. I haven't seen him out there. I might have missed it after that injury, but he looks healthy.
And that's going to be really important for them. Listen, at the end of the day here, nobody's going to say this is North Penn's best game, of course. But they can learn some lessons here. You know, Buckster's going to learn some things, and maybe they open up the offense for him. This game doesn't mean anything for them in terms of Suburban 1 play and then eventually District 1 play. This is the time to learn about your team, see what you have, see what you need to improve upon. 4th down and 2. Here's situational football they can practice, and they'll get a little bit more time to talk about it. While they do, you might be asking, hey, what am I going to do on this fine Friday night after this football game? Well, I think you should head on over to the Great American Pub. The Great American Pub is located in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Tyler, you've already raved about the rooftop deck, and I can second you on that. 3 floors, great spot. Have a good meal with family, have a happy hour with friends, or have your next event. So call Chuck Hempshire. Really just, Chuck probably doesn't want to be bothered, actually, the owner. So just call the restaurant, tell them Bob Long Sports sent you, and maybe you'll run into our good buddy Chuck. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, don't demand to speak to Chuck.
Yeah.
He's running a business. Be a good place to go for some NFL Sundays coming up.
I think so.
That's right.
Sunday ticket. Did you guys get on that? YouTube TV, by the way, it's a lot more accessible than it used to be on DirecTV. No free ads, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Just a little pricey, Bob.
And your team is in market, which is nice. 4th down and 2. And it's another sack for LaSalle. This time it's number 46, Jake Zedgroga, getting in on the action.
Yeah, this is really, really awesome to see. A lot of the guys, normally wouldn't really get this chance in a contest, a really contested game. But, they're still able to be thrown into the game and make amazing plays. I think that speaks volumes for the depth of LaSalle College High School and just really, just there's so much cohesion on this team right now.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Steinmetz, and he mentioned that, all 75 guys on the team dressed. He said if they made it through camp, they earned a spot to be on the sideline, and it looks like, they're getting some use out there. That's awesome to see.
Ray says hello from Syracuse. Hope everyone is doing well. Hail LaSalle. Love to hear from that, Ray. Great to hear from you, and thanks for following along. Nelson again. He's got that jump in the step. Fresh legs, makes his way towards the second level. Gain of 3.
Great job getting 3 yards there. Didn't look like there was much there, but, he's got that drive, both in his heart and with those legs.
Nelson, a hard runner right there.
Number 31 in your scorebook, number 1 in your hearts, huh, Tyler?
Love rooting for a freshman.
Absolutely. Let's see if he gets another look here. Shotgun snap. Here's Nelson. That's a big-time move. Yeah, he's got some juice to him. Yeah, no doubt about
officially
that.
number 1 in my heart.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic running back depth with the Explorers team. We were talking about it a little bit pregame, but between Stevie Davis, between Desmond Ortiz, and then with Nelson, these are 3 hard runners, and you can put them in virtually any scenario on the football field, and they will get it done. These guys will produce.
3rd down and 3. They need to get to the 49 on their own side of the field. Longs takes a shotgun snap, takes it, and that's a great read. Cuts it upfield, has it by 1 yard.
Those athletic Longs.
Every one of them, man. Absolutely. I mean, when they talk about the Long family, they talk about lateral movement, cutting, stopping on a dime.
They do a lot of that in cross country, Bob.
If you're doing it right. 1st down and 10. We make no apologies for how we call a game. Get to this point in the contest, got to find a way to keep things moving, keep it entertaining. Nelson's doing that, keeps it moving up the field for a gain of 5. 4:26 to play. This game never got, or at least not to this point, hasn't gotten to the running clock situation. Another touchdown would do that for LaSalle. It does give us a chance, though, to talk a little bit about next week's contest. Malvern returns. Certainly some talent. They lost some on both sides of the line. but that's a team that looks to be potentially the best in the Interac again. Game did not go well for LaSalle. I think it's a real opportunity to say, hey, this year is different. Listen, as well as this has gone here tonight, last year's game was a win against North Penn. Not as definitive, not as decisive, but really now you get into the meat of the schedule. Malvern Prep, reigning state champ Bishop McDevitt with Stone Saunders, who's committed to the University of Kentucky, right? Can you get pressure on him? Can that defensive backfield hold up? That's going to be the question. And if you're a LaSalle football fan, I mean, you're going to want to tune in the next couple of weeks. High-level opponents coming your way.
Of course, I think for a lot of the players on this team, you can really take tonight to celebrate this win as well as tomorrow. But then, come Sunday and Monday and then the beginning of this week, it's really back to business. And for a team as good as Malvern, we have a little bit of a scuffle in the field right now.
Number 5 was chirping last time, too. It seemed like it escalated a little more.
And now pull it off to the sideline here. Definitely something you don't want to see this late in the game.
No. You have backups out there. They're all
just
playing ball.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we know both these schools, have been storied rivals, not too far apart. A lot of these guys on the field have known each other growing up in the North Wales region, North Wales area, but definitely not something you'd like to see with 3:15 in the fourth.
Offsetting penalties. And it results in a first down. The third down carry got him 1 yard past the line to gain. Well, when we talked to the coaching staff, they said it was the fastest group of wide receivers that they've had in John's tenure. 45 years affiliated with the school. That's saying something. Wow. There's a big run up the through the outside, brought it back into the middle of the field. Jack Druger, sophomore back.
He's running with a purpose there.
Sure was.
Yeah, Druger also a really, really hard runner. Great athlete both in the football and rugby field.
He does run with purpose. It feels like he could also have one of those the neck rolls and look real good doing it, man. Like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Leighton Vander Esch type of swag to him.
No doubt about it.
Danny, you a sevens guy or?
Both.
Yeah, you do both.
Yeah.
What are you, back?
Actually, no, I'm playing flanker, number 8 this year. But
flanker's like the most fun position on the field.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Sorry, back to football.
Of course, we're talking rugby there. Down to 1 second. Are they going to get it off? Yes, just barely. And there goes Long off the edge, and he's pulled down from behind. Good shoestring tackle. Down to the final 2 minutes. And guys, we got another nice perk to the production here tonight. I'm going to sneak down and speak with John Steinmetz and hope to get Gavin Sidwar as well, our player of the game. That'll be cool. That'll be a little different.
Cool. We'll be up here.
Appreciate that.
Holding down the fort.
Hold down the fort for us. Long takes the play clock down to 2. Now snaps it. Handoff is to Nelson. Nelson is taken down at the 15-yard line. Gain of 2.
Flag on the play now.
In the area of holding.
Something certainly the Explorers will need to clean up for next week against Malvern Prep. As Bob alluded to, be a great battle, especially after seeing how this Explorers offense has developed in the last year.
Some penalties to clean up for sure. In this particular case, you have a lot of second-team guys,
of course.
An opportunity to see the field and get some live action.
Yeah, discipline is really important against a team like Malvern. Also, an extremely well-coached team. They're going to be coming out for vengeance, the Explorers at least. But with that tenacity and with that aggression comes another sense of discipline. You really need to keep yourself in check. So that penalties will not hurt you against a team that can score.
LaSalle can take this all the way down, and this will be the last snap of the football game. Long takes the knee. Play clock has not started. That'll do it. Under 40 seconds to play. LaSalle's going to win a big one here, 34-3, convincing over traditional rival North Penn. I'm going to head down to the field. Guys, close this down, and we'll see you in Ocean City.
Yeah, well, just a fantastic game as a whole from the LaSalle College High School Explorers, just coming out with a will to win right here. Just really from the start, just complete domination on both sides of the ball. Did a phenomenal job of locking things down on defense, and then, when it came to offense, you would air out the ball. You'd utilize a lot of your running backs for some great gains. So just a really great, game as a whole for the Explorers here. That's the way you start off a season.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the scoreboard. What a statement by this Explorers team. It started off a little flat, it seemed. It seemed like that running game was going to get away with the Knights, but, they made some adjustments on defense, and Sidwar is the truth. He made some crazy passes today, had some great chemistry with a bunch of different receivers, and, there's not much else to say. The score speaks for itself.
Man, these wide receivers are just dangerous, Tyler. These guys are young, they're quick, they're agile. They get it done. Everything you need out of them, they did today. And definitely looking forward to continue that into Malvern, where we know they have some athletes on the secondary side of things. Tyler, what would you say before Bob gets down here are your biggest takeaways going into this Malvern game?
I felt like both sides of the ball had robustness to it. They, didn't lean on just the run or just the pass on offense. And defense, I kept hitting on it. They showed a very dynamic look. They did a great job of just, showing different looks, 4-3, 3-4, showing blitz on the left, right, and, just kind of picking the opportune times. And I think, as this season goes along, the coaching staff will develop and kind of get a better feel for, when to blitz, when to not, and, get a better idea of what you actually have. So, not much adversity for this Explorers team tonight. There's plenty of adversity to come with some really tough opponents coming up starting next week with Malvern Prep. Unfortunately, won't be able to join you and Bob down in Ocean City, but I'll be tuning in for sure.
Oh, it should be a great time. That's a great venue, two great teams, great fan bases. And definitely both those schools have built up something of a rivalry over these past couple years, not only in football but in all sports as well. Always great to see some competition with another phenomenal Catholic school, and definitely looking forward to calling that game, definitely calling some athletes in that one. But, like we said before, this week in practice for LaSalle, it is right back to business. Obviously, some incredible preparation will be needed for a team as good as Malvern.
Yeah, what are your takeaways from this? What needs to be worked on? What would you like?
I mean, I think the biggest thing, at least, which I was touching on a little bit in that late fourth quarter, is just continuing to maintain discipline. You just cannot leave the stupid and foolish penalties for a team like Malvern that will bite you against a team that you know can really score. So if you can just clean up just the little things, that's all you need to do to be successful as a squad. And, I think that as for LaSalle, just on the offensive side of things, just keep on working on perfecting a lot of those play calls. It was a tremendous, tremendous showing on the offensive side of things, courtesy of Gavin Sidwar and, 3 amazing wideouts from start to finish. Just, complete cohesion. And with the underclassmen as well getting involved, some of the younger guys and the less experienced guys getting involved, they also put on a show. So as for LaSalle, just keep on perfecting your craft and just be as sharp as mentally, as physically possible going into Malvern Prep.
Just like that. I think Bob is somewhere down on the field. I can hear the music now.
Yep.
But where is he?
He's right down there in the orange shirt.
We're on Bob watch. Okay.
Yep.
Well.
All right, folks. We're down here on the field with Gavin Sidwar. Wow. What a game that was for you. What went well out there for you?
It was just execution. All week in practice we knew we had to do out here, just execute. And I'm going to give credit to my coaches, Coach Tags, Coach Hess, Coach Vinny, and all the guys up front and outside.
We got a group of underclassmen, skill position players, and a senior offensive line. Pretty good combination there.
Yes, sir. I've always said if you can play, you can play. It don't matter what class you in. So I'm proud of the guys on the outside, and credit to Lucas, AB, Tiernan, Chris, Matt, all of them. Credit to them because they made that happen right there, everybody else around me.
And throwing to guys like Joey O'Brien and Julian McFadden and JP Oates. I mean, That's a pretty good group. What is that like when you're sitting there in the pocket and you have those options out there?
Sir. It makes my life easy, you know. I can rely on them, you know, get open, do their thing. I just know I got to do back there, do my job, and I can rely on them.
So you come back here to North Penn. You had a coming out party last year. Now you turn your attention going back to Ocean City against Malvern Prep. You got a state champion coming in 2 weeks later. So how do you feel tonight, and what's next for you guys?
You know, I'm excited tonight. I'm proud of our guys. Celebrate tonight, but we got to work on Malvern tomorrow. Great team. You know what they did to us last year, blew us out. We got to play better. We play better as a team, and we will.
Thanks so much for doing this, and congrats on a great game.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Gavin Sidwar, starting quarterback for LaSalle. Stay with us, and in just a moment, we'll be back with John Steinmetz. Before we do, though, Stevie Davis, how you doing, my man?
Great. Bob Long is the best to ever do it, and that's a fact. He's the best broadcaster to ever do it.
Well, Stevie, you're pretty darn good running back yourself, man. Nice game out there. Back to you guys.
That's some high praise there.
Yeah, exactly. Complimentary words from Stevie Davis. Such a great dude on and off the field. Always good to hear from him. And then, like we heard from Gavin Sidwar, so well-spoken right there. Just kind of put the head down and grind going into Malvern Prep.
And it looks like Bob's sitting down over there.
Big bucket of rags right there.
We're signaling with hand motions right now.
This is live TV, folks. We're figuring out where to put the stuff after the game. John Steinmetz, man, sitting down. It's a hot night here in August, but your boys played well tonight.
Yeah, the kids played great. We did pretty. We got a couple cramps at the end, but through 3 quarters we were in great shape, and our offensive line just played great tonight. Man alive, they blocked. Gavin had all day to throw the ball. It's nice.
Some of the best LaSalle teams that I've remembered are ones that are led by a senior-laden line, and here it is here today.
2015. That's one example, but a couple of 2008. Yeah, so yeah, these guys are good. They played well. We'll see how good we are as we go. We got a couple tough games coming up. So
toughest schedule without getting on a plane, though. That comes with the territory, John.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we're looking for. I mean, Malvern's going to be big. It's going to be really tough, so can't wait to get to Ocean City and play down. That'll be a lot of fun. So
the underclassmen skill players really stuck out to us tonight, in addition to being protected by that senior-laden offensive line. Gavin, Joey, JP, I'm missing guys as well. Joey O'Brien,
Yeah, Jules, JP, they all did a great job. Yeah, we're really lucky. All of our skill position players, except for Stevie Davis, are underclassmen, and they're really a little bit older, more mature than their years, I guess. So they all played really well tonight. So.
And I know you're a defensive guy, so you can't leave without saying something about those guys, holding them to just 3. And oh, by the way, it has to be a 44-yard field goal to get them on the board.
I would say we were resilient tonight. We weren't real good. We they kind of ran the ball on us, and we had a couple of breakdowns, alignment and assignment stuff. So we got plenty to work on next week, which will be good. But at the end of the day, no touchdowns is a pretty good night's work against the North Penn team. I don't care how young they are; they're always really good. So it was a good night work for those guys. So.
You're spoken like a true coach. You've been doing this for a while. Always something to work on, but a pretty complete effort tonight. Well done.
Like I said, we've got some big time teams in front of us. So. But yeah, I'm really happy. So kind of enjoy this and JV game tomorrow, and we'll kind of get back at it Monday.
Thanks for doing this, Coach.
Anytime. Good seeing you, man. Thanks.
We'll see you in Ocean City. Guys?
Wow, a Bob Long Sports first. We did that live. I think that kind of spoke for itself. I think this Explorers team spoke for itself. I think there's nothing else we can do but sign off for the night. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week at Ocean City against Malvern Prep, and so long.